most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
We're one of the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Good posture, Brad.
Posture.
We've got a set of good examples.
You better believe it.
Today we're going to talk about muscle soreness, DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness.
Right.
5 best ways to relieve muscle pain fast.
Right, Bob. We're talking about soreness and muscles, and sometimes this DOMS or DOMS, you don't feel the soreness till 2 days later, which if you haven't exercised a lot historically, you might say, what's going on? Is there something wrong with me? We're going to explain all that and how to take care of it.
I wonder if Dom DeLuise gets DOMS.
Oh, Bob. Why, Bob?
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com because we're always doing a giveaway. This week, we're giving away, go to the giveaway section. We're actually giving away a wall anchor. Mm-hmm. This is the way you can get DOMS. You can get sore from working out with the bands that you have to buy that attach to the wall anchor.
Say no more, Bob.
The contest will also be pinned to the top of the page on our Facebook page. Go to Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok if you want a 60-second version of our program.
That's wonderful, Bob.
So,
Bob,
go ahead, Brad.
Bob, I do want to say I was on the internet and looking for research on muscle soreness, DOMS, and I found there's information all over the place. It doesn't seem to have anything narrowed down to a specific treatment or whatnot. So these 5 things, I think from what I've read and from our experience in the past and other books that we have read, I really think you're not going to do all 5 of them probably, but you pick out 1 or 2, possibly 3 of them, and you're going to get through this soreness. And again, the soreness, oftentimes it'll occur 2 days later. I still have that, and I've been exercising aggressively for over 25 years.
Well, I've done some research on this too, Brad.
Okay.
In the recent past, so I actually remember some of it. And
do we concur?
We concur.
Okay.
And also what they found is that this DOMS can really decrease your performance.
Oh, right.
I mean, significantly reduce your performance. So like if you're working out too much and you're not listening to your body, you're not helping yourself. You're not making gains.
Exactly.
And you're actually going the wrong way.
Right.
So it's important to manage this. It's important to understand this, and it's important to manage it.
Right. So when we talk about this muscle soreness after exercise, if you think about the muscles are becoming sore, and this is not fully agreed upon either, but typically they're saying, from micro trauma, there's actually micro tears in the muscle or the tissues, and they have to heal back up. That's sort of, there's inflammation in there, possibly some swelling. So we're going to address it with that in mind to get these to heal up quickly so we can get back to our normal routine, or as we progress to get faster, stronger, whatever the goal may be.
And you think it's accurate to say, Brad, I think the research has shown this too, that it's often eccentric training that makes it worse.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that was in one of the studies I was reading. So in other words, the muscle is lengthening with resistance. You don't have to understand that
but you'll find out that if you're like doing plyometrics or something like that, my God, you can get sore on those things because you are loading the muscle as it is lengthening.
Right. One good example, I was very fit, in shape, riding stationary bike all winter long, even running outside at the time. But I went, there's bluffs where I live, and I went to the top of the bluff, good workout, and coming down was more than just a 2-minute descent, which is eccentric, particularly in the quads.
Right.
And I said, I'm in shape. I go down there the first time, and I am so sore.
Sure.
And it's because of that eccentric running down a relatively long hill.
Sure. So there's a lot of ways that can be, occur through.
Exactly. So how do you take care of this? The number one thing is very simple to do, hopefully, is get some sleep.
It doesn't cost you anything.
Right. Get adequate sleep, at least 7 hours or 8 hours or more. If you got muscle soreness, you may need more.
The most famous case here, and I actually have heard different numbers, so I'm not sure which one is true, but LeBron James after a basketball game, 10 hours, and then I've heard up to 12 hours that he sleeps. And I don't disagree with this. I mean, he is, you look at this guy, he's 30-some years old, and he's still going at full speed and very rarely gets injured.
Sure.
And I would guess Tom Brady also puts in a lot of hours of of sleep.
Yeah, make sure it's consistent and plenty of it.
It's plays a larger role in your muscle development as the actual exercise itself. So do not discount this. Sleep is huge.
Number 2, cold packs. You know, in therapy we use cold packs, hot packs all the time, but typically if you've got sore muscles, particularly when they're really sore, they're sore when you use them, they're sore when you push on them, it's like that's the time to get a cold pack out. Put it on 15 to 20 minutes.
Well, if you're a real masochist or is a sadist, masochist, you could actually get into the ice bath.
Sure.
So I mean, I've never done that. Have you done that?
Well, it's not very convenient.
Right. I mean, to submerge your body.
I remember they said Reggie White used to do that, a football player for the Packers, Bob. You know that team?
They've
won Super Bowls. You wouldn't know it.
I just saw Aaron Rodgers has tied the record, or I think there's only one person that lost more NFC championships than he.
Really?
Yeah.
But
okay, we got to get on. All right, we got to go.
Okay, so cold packs, probably not hot packs for this acute type of pain.
Right, exactly.
Number 3, I like this one.
This is an important one,
This one I think really is important. And
I think it works well.
It's really hard to do, and if you're really have an aggressive...
You're high intensity like Brad
person,
is.
Right. I can exercise on or off, but I'm getting much better at this. This is active recovery. Let's say you're a runner, and you've done some hills, whatever it is, you've got DOMS, you've got muscle soreness. It's important to either jog or just brisk walk, low intensity, very low intensity. You're gonna feel like, why am I even doing this? This is not getting me anything to be in shape. If you're at that level, you're probably at the right level. And then a shorter duration. If you're running 30 minutes a day, you're gonna cut it down to 10 to 15 minute jog or a fast walk. Very slow, no matter what you're doing. If you're weightlifting, back off on the weights dramatically, not 50%, but even more than that. You're going to feel like, I'm not getting anywhere with this. Why am I doing it? You want to increase the muscle or the blood flow to the muscles.
It's going to help it recover.
Get that lactic acid out, fresh blood and nutrients and oxygen in without re-tearing those micro tears and making this chronic pain thing go on.
Yeah, and without, you're going to just sabotage your gains.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
So I think Brad and I have just anecdotally have found that's probably one of the most important things we do.
Right.
Is just give yourself a break.
Right.
You know?
Take a break. Cut it way down. Not for a week, but for a day or two.
For a few days.
Yep. Next one is massage. Anything to increase the blood flow to these sore muscles is going to help decrease the pain and the soreness.
What I have found in the research, Brad, what I saw that quite often is that if you actually do some foam rolling or massage prior to working out, that they've had good results with that.
Exactly right.
I certainly think it helps to massage afterwards. So again, anecdotally, it just seems to really make a difference with me.
Right. Now, one thing with massage has come a long ways in the last year or 2 years, I should say. You can get a professional masseuse and massage. That's very expensive, not convenient. Most of us are probably not going to take that route, but if you can, that's great.
Good for you.
The next one is, self-massage. If your legs are sore, like my quads are sore, you just actually massage them yourself until your hands get tired, get the blood moving. If you kind of know what you're going to do, I'm not going to demonstrate it here today, Bob. But the other thing that's very popular, and I want to talk about this, is now those massage guns. We have one right here, have become very popular. A lot of people are using them. And yes, they are and can be effective.
Now, originally they were running about $400, $500.
Right, a couple years ago.
Yeah, we were approached by many companies asking us whether or not we'd feature their guns, and we said no because I just thought it was too much money for people.
Well, for the average person to go out, and we really weren't familiar with how effective they were at the time either. So the combination, we just didn't promote them.
But anyway, they've come down, and we actually. I think we actually came up with our own gun.
Right.
We were working with a company that does a great job of sourcing these, and they're really sticklers as far as quality control.
Right.
So I always feel like any product they put on the market, especially on Amazon, high ratings. I
Sure.
mean, good reliability. So we came up with the old Bob and Brad massage gun, believe it or not.
Right, because
You
we
go-
all
I don't
we
know,
all
Liz,
use
can
them.
you see that?
We have for at least over a year, and I'm using it right now. I'm doing it.
I'm using it right now too.
I'm using it on my hamstring, but it's come along very good. I'm going to race Bob here in the next few weeks.
I'm thinking we might do it next Friday, Brad. But we'll talk. Oh
Okay,
no, you're
yeah.
gone. That's right, you're gone.
I'm going to be training.
How convenient! They just happened to be gone that day. But yeah, I used it this morning actually on my hip flexor. I've been using it every morning. On
Okay,
and
yep.
just it works really well.
Right,
So,
and so there's something you can use if you got a really sore muscle. You're not going to use it initially.
oh,
Put that
sorry
on
about that.
properly, Bob. And yeah,
Just thinking-
don't do your face. It doesn't work on those muscles. You're going to help get that blood flow in and out, relax the muscle.
This is actually air filled, so this is a great head to put on the
Yeah.
massager.
Yeah, most of them come. This one comes with 5 different heads.
Yeah.
You probably can't see them in here, but for different areas
This is the
of
one
the
I
body.
use.
So
So-
you're going to do that, 2 to 5 minutes on the area. Probably not 5 is getting pretty long. I usually go about 2 minutes.
Yep.
So, anyways, that's a good option if you have a massage gun.
What's nice about the guns is that you're going to use it, and your family members are going to use it, and there's always something cropping up. If you're getting our age, if you're up in the
Well, I have a friend,
even athletes,
Chris. He's 50 years old. He uses it. His high school son uses it. His wife. Once they got it, they've got 2 guns now. And
yeah, they're passing them around.
exactly right.
Yeah.
So the next thing is, which is similar to the massage gun, is a foam roller. And you can foam roll. This is a standard foam roller. They come in different densities. This one's kind of a medium density.
Yeah.
The black ones, typically they're black and they're more, they're
Dense,
hard. And
hard,
that's for probably a more muscular person. It's going to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
And you can roll. We have videos. I'm not going to demonstrate it here, but you can roll muscles. What actually works better, and there was I found a study done on this on college
I saw
athletes.
Similar studies.
Is a
A
vibrating.
vibrating foam roller
And-
works better.
This is, you can see how it vibrates.
Yeah.
It's less work for the person using it. I like using it better than the other one, although I use this one for other things too. But it's a little easier. And
This is what Tom Brady
Tom
was
Brady uses
recommending
this too. And he talks about how his injuries
Yeah,
rate has gone down
he's
later in his
talking about-
career.
Right, how his knee pain has gone down. He was having pain in both knees, and now he doesn't anymore.
His shoulders, throwing arm, he was talking about continual problems, and he started doing this.
Well, he did exercise bands. Too.
Right.
He doesn't use weights, and he uses vibrating foam.
Well, and he does have a professional masseuse.
Yeah, that probably does help too.
That
And
really what helps. But anyways, the fact
he
that
eats really well too.
muscle pliability, which we're talking
Right.
about with the gun and the rollers, is helping that blood flow, recovery, and overall success. So,
Yeah.
wow,
Out
Bob.
of those 5, options, I'm sure you'll find a couple that'll work for you.
Right.
And put them to use, because if you want to again move forward in getting fit and through exercise
Without the soreness.
without the soreness, or with the soreness under control,
Right.
you need to do some of these things.
There you
So,
go, Bob.
remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything.
Except for
A broken heart, but
right, and these 5 are probably not going to help with that either.
No.
But
I
we'll
would
continue.
agree.
We'll get a video on it pretty soon.
Yeah.
We've been saying that for 8 years now.
Yeah, thanks for watching.